In a lush, enchanted forest where magic danced on every leaf, three little pigs, Pip, Tuff, and Bran, set out to build homes to protect themselves from the lurking shadows. The first pig, Pip, gleefully gathered straw, unaware of the danger watching him from the dark corners of the woods. Tuff, more cautious, found sturdy sticks and began building his shelter. He patted the walls proudly, unaware that the wind had begun to howl unnaturally, carrying whispers of something sinister approaching. Bran, the wisest of the three, measured each brick carefully, building a fortress that shimmered under the golden sun. Deep in his heart, he sensed the malevolent presence growing stronger, and his eyes darted toward the distant mountains where shadows gathered. As night fell, the ground trembled and the wind roared. From the depths of the forest emerged Fong, his eyes glowing like burning embers. "I smell fresh pig," he growled, his voice sending chills through the trees. Fong approached Pip's house of straw, his claws scraping the ground. With a puff of his breath, the air shimmered with dark magic. The house crumbled in an instant, leaving Pip shivering in fear. Pip ran to Tuff's house of sticks. "He's coming," he squealed. Tuff reinforced the walls with his hammer, but as the wolf approached, a strange blue light flickered around his hands. With another breath, Fong unleashed a gust of wind filled with shadow, reducing the house to splinters. Pip and Tuff raced to Bran's house of bricks, their hearts pounding. "We must stand together," Bran said, his calm voice breaking through the storm of fear. He sealed the door with magic as the wolf's howls echoed closer. Fong snarled in frustration, circling Bran's sturdy house. His cloak flared as he unleashed a storm of black wind, but the house stood firm. Inside, Bran began chanting ancient words, and the walls of the house glowed with protective runes. "You think you can outsmart me?" Fong laughed, his voice dripping with venom. From the ground, dark tendrils of magic rose, coiling around the house like serpents squeezing tighter. But Bran was ready. He placed his hand on the floor, and golden lines spread out from his touch, turning the house into a beacon of light. The dark tendrils recoiled, and Fong let out an enraged howl. In a last desperate move, Fong transformed into a whirlwind of shadow and lunged at the house, determined to destroy everything in his path. The three pigs stood together, their combined strength igniting the magic within the house. The house exploded with light, scattering the dark wind. Fong, caught in the blast, was flung back, disoriented and weakened. He snarled, retreating into the forest as the magical light chased him away. The three pigs stood in the aftermath, their hearts still racing. Bran looked at his brothers. "Strength lies not in what we build, but in how we face our fears together." As dawn broke, the once threatening forest seemed peaceful, the shadows fading with the sunlight. The pigs looked at each other with a newfound bond of trust, knowing they had triumphed over the darkness. And so the three pigs lived on, their home a symbol of resilience and unity. The enchanted forest, still filled with magic, became their protector rather than their enemy. But far in the distance, deep in the heart of the forest, the wolf's eyes gleamed once more. He wasn't done yet. This was only the beginning.